the way the police are, I don't know if the right word is sheltered, or guarded, it just makes things that much more difficult. I mean, recently, the past few years, I've actually seen police actually get convicted or, pay a little bit for their crimes. Whereas before, especially before, like, people started filming everything, it was like, that was just unheard of. A cop going to jail for 10, 20 years, that wasn't happening, no matter what. So it's good to see, at least, if it's not the type of change.
It's gradually. It's bringing awareness. It's bringing awareness.
It's a little bit better.
It's bringing awareness to it. Black Lives Matter. A lot of other people. It brings awareness to police brutality. But with me, I deal with murder, whether it's by friend, family, foe, or those that are here to serve and protect us. So I cover the whole gamut when it comes to murder. I believe that everybody's life is important, particularly within our inner cities and our communities, to where it doesn't have to be by law enforcement. It could be at the hands of another. It could be in an act of passion. It doesn't matter. When somebody's lost their life unjustly, that's somebody's child, somebody's mother, somebody's parent, a kid, or whatever. It's still they life matters. Nobody's life bigger than nobody else. Whether it be a rapper, actor, all them, you still got people who dying just as much as them. It's just as much tragic ways, but their voices or their life, to some, it doesn't seem to matter. And I just can't get down like that. I speak for them all.
I agree, man. It's sad the way that the law enforcement works, and I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, just stay safe, man, and try to avoid law enforcement at all costs. But it's very hard for brown and blacks in these inner cities because we're racially profiled. It's no disputing that. And the first thing they ask you, as a young black or black period here in California, they don't ask you or tell you what they stopping. The first thing they ask you is, are you on probation or parole? That's the first thing they ask. Then that dictates the encounter after that, whether they're going to tell you to step out. We got the right to search your car. That changes the whole dynamics once they know if you're on probation or parole, because that pretty much gives them probable cause to do whatever they want to do. So I think that needs to be stopped, to where as soon as they pull you over, they're going to ask you, are you on parole or probation? No, you need to inform a person what they're being pulled over for and ask for their ID. It's simple as that, but that's not how it go in these inner cities. First thing they're going to ask you is, are you up under some type of supervision? And that'll dictate how the encounter go with the law enforcement.
Yeah, because if you're on parole or probation, they can pretty much do what they want to do.
They can pretty much do what they want to do. Then we have the new gun law, where they got it to where you get caught with a gun. If it's, in fact, that's why Lil Wayne got charged in federal court when the law came out, and they upped it, and then Trump came back and let him go. That is why, because Trump had got a Southern District prosecutor from Columbus, Ohio, and a lot of people don't know Columbus, Ohio get mentioned a lot in politics because that's the playground for the Clintons, the Bidens. That's where the politicians go to play. That's why you always hear, if you don't win Columbus, Ohio, if you don't win Ohio, you're usually not the president. 96 out the last 100 years, whatever Ohio go, that dictates pretty much the barometer on what's going on in this country. So you'll always hear them mentioning something about Columbus, Ohio. So at the end of the day.
What was the gun law?
Oh, the gun law is now, if you remember, show you an example, Lil Wayne had a state case. I think it was in Florida, whatever. Then all of a sudden, they dropped the case and they made it a federal case, and then he pled guilty. Then Trump pardoned him. That's because they got a new task force that Trump implemented in about 2019 or 21, it's 2020. Last year to where the new gun law is, you get caught with a gun and it ain't registered to you, you're getting a federal offense. Now, carry 5 years. You pull the gun out, it carry more time. You shoot the gun now. In fact, I got the video explaining it. You get caught with a gun in your car and it doesn't have a registered or nothing, you not only lose the gun, the car does not come back. They impound that for having it. So they really need to check up on these new gun laws, and they're federal gun laws now, up under the Armed Career Criminal Act, and they just started interacting with them. It was the DEA, ATF, and I want to say it's one more, FBI. It's three alphabet organizations that comprise this task force. And I can show you the video where you can really see after I'm through and you can see who it is. And in fact, I've talked to him before, the prosecutor that's running that, because he works in Columbus, Ohio with Sean Stevenson, an ex-Philly black mob member that's running the intervention program there. Yeah, and as I was saying, I work with Sean Stevens out the Philly black mob in Columbus, Ohio. But just closing out, these are some of the things that we have coming up in the next month, the next couple of weeks and the months. We have SBV that's strengthening the Black Village, and this is a free pilot program, effective black parenting. We'll have a Zoom class Mondays and Wednesdays starting February the 3rd for a 6 to 8 weeks course where you can get certified. We also have a Vision film and production with Angela Williams, who's a co-producer and owner, CEO of Vision film and production. And we also have a documentary coming out that's right along with the times called The World Epidemic, Senseless Gun Violence, with Ice-T, Trey D narrating, Freeway Rick, Rated X, Freeway Rick, Sergeant Dorsey from CNN analyst, Suave Churchill, VP Apparels, he's sponsoring it along with Big T, who's the producer. Platinum City, Golden West Entertainment is who's producing this. It's a wonderful documentary dealing with senseless gun violence, which I don't believe is senseless, because everything's done for a purpose and a meaning. When these happen, it might seem senseless, but the person that's doing it had a meaning and a purpose. So we're trying to change the dialogue on that. We'll also be doing a show coming out of Dallas again on Boss Talk, where I just had Fazio Love on there, who was doing the show. He went on there as a favor to me last week. We have Fred Hampton's fit to go on Boss Talk, as well as Reggie Wright, who has his own show. And to Reggie Wright, who's recovering from COVID, had 6-9 months laid in the hospital on his back. And I was one of the last ones to talk to him, actually, before that happened. So it's a lot going on.
Shout out Reggie, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Reggie and to his family.
Hopefully he's recovering. You know, last time I talked to him, he was hoping he would be better. You know what I'm saying, soon. He's always been a cool dude to me. Yeah,
he's straight right now. He's going through a rehabilitation from being laid on his back with tubes for 6 months. And another message, you guys take that COVID seriously. You can hear other people giving their unbiased opinion on whether you should take the vaccine or not. You make the choices on what you feel is right. You don't want your mother or somebody where you out here then to go back and have your parent, because I'm telling you, if you're not in good shape, I've had COVID when it first started. If you're not in good shape, it's almost impossible for you to survive and come up out of it. So let's cover up and do what we can to protect ourselves and loved ones when it comes to this COVID, because it's not a joke.
Yeah, real shit, man.
Real talk.
Everybody knows somebody who's died from COVID, or knows somebody. It's pretty hard to run into somebody when they say, "Nah, I haven't hurt nobody close to me or nobody I know. Or, you know, it's and that shit is like just hearing about it, how bad it is can be for people is like.
Yeah, we have to take heed to it more and try to pay more attention and be more serious about it, because a lot of people are losing their lives because whether you say it's by the government or you know, we have a tendency to not trust doctors, particularly blacks, where we rather be taken in there on our backs as opposed to walking in there on our feet. So all I can say is protect yourself, keep your face covered, use your mask, and be discretion. Have concern about the other person that you're around. You don't want this to go to where you out working, then come home and your moms or pops. You don't want to have that burden on your chest or on your shoulders behind something that could have been avoided.
Real shit, man.
Real talk, man.
Real talk.
So I'd like to thank you for having us on this show and giving us an opportunity. It's no love lost in this game. It's just people are giving a different point of view and a different opinion. But we all striving for the same goal, and that's unity in the community and to try to save our youth and educate the public as well as the nation and the world.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Definitely, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you for having me, young man.
It's always dope.
Always dope.
Love everything you're doing.
Thank you, man, and I appreciate you for having me on there. And once again, we don't set trip. We up here setting trends. We trying to make it happen. And OG stand for opportunity givers. We should be opportunity givers to these youths and show that we care about them. And that's what we trying to do, make that move, man, and make that happen.
Well, that's what it is, bro.
All right.
Once again.
All right. Peace.
Definitely.
And we out.